What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So what I wanted to do now is just talk about the brightness on the Sony X930E and really just talk about what the differences are when you step away from something like a Sony X900E versus even other LED TVs like the KS8000 and things of that nature. So for starters, the brightness of this TV is very, very blistering. Now, you won't be able to perceive that through this video, but I'm telling you right now, the brightness is bar none. Like it's very, 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 very bright. As a television, I don't think many TVs out right now are much brighter. I know the Q9FN is dramatically brighter and better in every single way because it's a full array local dimming with awesome black levels and 100% color volume and pretty much better on every level. I know that much. But if you're not spending Q9FN money, you're really not going to get something as bright as this. You know, without breaking the bank, right? So I think this is a good TV for those who, again, you're looking for that brightness. That's the most important aspect of a television to you. You live for that brightness. This is definitely the kind of TV for you. However, I find that with the brightness, there are a couple of trade-offs. So as you guys know, I do community polls. So if you show up to these polls on the channel, you'll find that you can get your voice heard and you can see what people in the community are actually thinking. So definitely participate in these polls because that's how I am getting these data polls and this information. So out of about 209 people currently, as I do this video, 45% to 55% got flash lighting on their television. So there is definitely a panel lottery, and it's a little closer to 50-50 than you would think. So, you know, your odds of getting a TV with flash lighting are a lot higher than you may think. I know there are a lot of YouTubers out there that want to propagate and try to, you know, tell you that, oh, it's amazing, I've got perfect deep black on my Sony X930E. That's fantastic, and you know what? They very well might fall into the 55% that, you know, have no issues. But if you're part of the 45%, keep in mind that's not a small number, and as more people show up to do this poll, the results can change, you know what I mean? And it could take a different turn, and all I'm saying is this. There is a risk of flash lighting. I've found this to be an issue. Fade to Black has found this to be an issue. Whisper Status 74, Vincent Toe, Artings has even found this to be an issue with local dimming off. At any rate, even with local dimming on, I still find that there is a good amount of flash lighting in things like the menus because, as I've mentioned before, that kind of stuff doesn't do too well on this particular television. Now, what I did find does exceptionally well on this particular television is going to be the things like, you know, I guess normal content. You know, when you're watching something via an HDMI or any other input, the brightness and everything will come together and look really, really good. But if you're not doing that, you are going to run into some issues as far as, you know, flash lighting and things like that. Now, the good news is when I did have video games hooked up, I did have movies hooked up and testing this thing, you know, as you guys know, I wanted to give it a couple days before I made this assessment, right? To really run it through the ringer. And I've got to say the brightness on all fronts have just been amazing, and there has been no real blooming or haloing or anything like that in normal content. But here's the problem, right? When you're paying thousands of dollars to get an experience, you're supposed to be getting a uniform experience across the board. I mean, I want my menus black, I want my transition screens black, I want, when I turn my TV on, to be deep black. I want everything to be a uniform experience. And I found when I jump back and forth between the 30 and the 900E, the 900E is the most uniform, best overall performer, which is why I still say it is better than the Sony X930E. Across the board, you're getting better black level control, adjustments. And, you know, even for those that are getting the better experience, right? You don't have any flash lighting. The problem is there is far more of a risk of it than there is on something like the Sony X900E. Keep in mind, most people that have a 900E don't have flash lighting, don't have these issues, and don't have to go through numerous panels to find something that works for them. And that's the big one here. If you've got to do all of this to find something that works for you, it's probably not worth it for most people to go through the hassle of dragging a big, heavy TV that's like 70 pounds up and down the stairs. I mean, that's got to be annoying, I'd imagine, right? and setting it up and then having to realize it's not good, it's got this issue, now you've got to take it back. Again, it's not something that I like to have to say about a television, but if it's there, you got to know about it, because a lot of people will try to be overly positive with products and not tell you the downsides of these products. So just wanted to mention that. But as we are making a video about brightness and we are talking about brightness, yeah, the brightness is absolutely superb and it does look absolutely spectacular. So if you were on the fence about that and you were like, well, I don't know, it's the brightness, like, I heard it was bright. I heard, no, it's a really, really bright TV. I've heard people say that it was like blindingly bright. It's nowhere close to being blindingly bright for me personally. Again, but then again, I've seen a Z9D, so again, it's to each his own, I suppose, but if you're going to say blindingly bright, no, I'm not blinded. I'm not losing my eyesight. It gets really, really punchy, really, really bright, but again, I'm sitting in a dark room in all these scenes, and I'm sitting like directly in front of the television here, and I've got no problem with my eyesight and anything like that. So I just wanted to go ahead and bring you guys this information so that you guys are aware as to what it is that you are looking at, and just really let you know the nitty-gritty and just kind of say, hey, this is what it is. That being said, my name's Quantum Apotheosis. I bring you guys the apotheosis of information. I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by and being a part of the channel today. And if you guys want to get your voices heard, make sure you show up to the polls. If you have questions, come out to the Facebook page. And with that, I guess I'll stop the video here. I'm going to get started on the next video, and hope to see you guys in the comment section. See you guys later.